Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Dr. Professor Rubina ID Meman, Professor at the SRMC, Tandwara. Today's topic is polycystic ovarian disease. They asked me to discuss something about the polycystic ovary. It is a multisystemic disorders which involve which causes the menstrual disturbance, subfertility, hirsutism, obesity, and the hyperinsulinemia. Can be diagnosed by the clinically as well as the chemically. There are the criteria in which there may be the hyperandrogenism either clinically or chemically altered this FSH-LH ratio, and there is a hirsutism, there is obesity, and there will be the menstrual irregularity. That could be the amenorrhea, oligomenorrhea, or irregular menses, and subfertility or the infertility. Actually, it's a disease which is a very common, particularly in the Asian countries, and right now it is more common, and it affect on the femininity of the female, and we can call this the thief of the femininity. औरतों का जैसे चोर है ये, because it loses the femininity by obesity, by hirsutism, by subfertility, so and by the menstrual disorders. So the patient becomes psychologically upset because of these problems, and this is the genetic disorder, and may runs in the family, and actually there is a no actual treatment of this PCO. The PCO for the PCO, the treatment is that if when the patient come to you for the symptoms, for which symptom patient come to you. If the patient come to you for the menstrual symptoms, menstrual disorders, then you have to treat for the menstruation. If the patient come to you for the this I mean to say that the subfertility, you have to treat the subfertility. If the patient come for the obesity, hirsutism, you have to treat according to the symptom of the patient. And the commonly we encounter is in young women, young girls. It's more common in the young girls and school going girls, particularly they brought with their mothers for the menstrual disorders. So we have to treat this menstrual disorder for the oral contraceptive pills, and the OCPs. Either if the patient has amenorrhea, the state is that amenorrhea is a hyperestrogenic state. So we either it's a better that if the patient is amenorrheic, you must leave the patient every 3 monthly, every 6 monthly. So there may not be the endometrial hyperplasia, and that will lead to the endometrial carcinoma. So those patients which come to you with an amenorrhea for a prolonged period, is better to give the progesterone to withdraw the having the withdrawal bleed, and then either if they are willing, you can continue the OCPs for 3 months, for the 6 months, or if they are not willing, then it is better that they should be have the withdrawal bleeding for every 3 months. Regarding the subfertility, if the patient come to you for the subfertility, there are the options that we have to induce the ovulation, because in these patients there is an ovulation. So we induce the ovulation either with the clomiphene citrate, with the letrozole, with the HMG, or we can do the surgical treatment like the LOD, laparoscopic ovarian drilling. That also correct this hormonal moly and will increase the chances of the conception. For the hirsutism is because of the hyperandrogenism, and once the hyperandrogenism is corrected, the hirsutism will be subsided. The hair growth which is already occurred, we cannot treat by any. This can be treated by the cosmetic surgeries like the laser, or the plucking, or by this bleaching. So these things one can correct the hirsutism. And then there is a obesity. For the obesity is there is a all these patients having the hyperinsulinemia. So the best for the obesity is the weight reduction, either by the exercise, by the diet, by the metformin. 50% improvement in the symptoms may occur if the patient reduce her 5 to 10% of the weight by the this either is the tools I have mentioned earlier, that is the diet, exercise, and the this metformin. So metformin correct the hyperinsulinism, and they will be leading to the this uh, then there is a this nowadays this inositol and myoinositol and the tyrositol, and these are the dietary products which also improve the hemostasis of the this glucose hemostasis in the body. And once it is corrected, the hyperinsulinemia is decreased, and the patient maybe just will be reduce her weight and improve her fertility. The long-term consequences of this PCO is this is a metabolic syndrome. So this will lead to the hyperlipidemia. This will lead to the diabetes mellitus. This will lead to the this cardiac myocardial infarctions, and so this is a very dangerous. All these patients should aware of this and should be treated earlier and should be reduce their weight. I can say that repeatedly that the weight reduction is the prime important in the PCO treatment. Thank you very much.